Welcome back to Sunshine Realms. My name is Sunshine. I wanted to tap into the collective energies today. I just posted or just worked on a few readings for the collective, but let's tap in and find out what is going on so that we can get some sort of solace for our collective. We have Magic Stream and Ghostlands with education. So let's tie it all together and see what's going on for the Sunshine Realms Collective, anyone who's tapped into this channel, and how can we assist the collective Sunbeams with making sure that we get through this retrograde period together. So the come together is on the bottom with the magic stream, the ghost lens, and the education. So I'm going to say what I feel, and the reason why I'm doing it as a collective is because there was some repeating energies in the collective that needs to be known or uncloaked. So let's tap in. There seems to be a little bit of opposition between our water signs and our air signs, but more specifically, amen, because the Hawk Messenger just came out. More specifically, the Scorpios and the Aquarians. I can't make it up. So the Orca Well, which is adventure, and the Hawk Messenger. I don't know why, but it seems as if the water energy wants to prevent the air energy from going in a place, but they are out of their element because they're water and the Aquarian is air. So you're out of your element. You're having to learn things of the air element in order to tap into new resources so that you can make progress in what you're doing so that you can prevent the energy from moving forward. But what Spirit is saying is you're out of your element in terms of what you're attempting to do, because this is not something, or this is not natural terrain for you. So you could be working with elements that are unfamiliar for you, and that is what is causing a little bit of a strain for you. Let's tap in, Spirit, and get, we're using the Astro Oracle cards to find out what signs are involved here for the collective. I don't normally do readings like this, but I am guided to do it, and it's mainly because I get the heavy sense that there's opposition, or let me put it this way, resistance that's going on in the background, but the resistance is something that's being created or generated. It's almost as if it's being cooked up in the kitchen, and this is not something that someone knows how to do. Pisces, that's water again. So this could be unfamiliar terrain, or this is something they're, Cancer, can't make it up, they're not used to using, and they're having to learn how to do something. And Spirit is saying, pump your brakes, because you might be digging your heels or causing something to cause a slowdown in your life, because you don't have the right intentions. You're outside of your element. One more, Spirit. Thank you. And Gemini, cross-pollinate. Yeah. So, and what's on the bottom? Virgo, digest. Oh, yeah. It's slowing you down. Oh, my goodness. So I think that the energy is here because you're outside of your comfort zone, but you are attempting to force a narrative using limited resources, and that is causing a bit of a strain for you, because you're having to repeat these things, and because you're not making any progress. And the only thing I can offer as medicine or solace, I can use myself as an example. Sometimes at one point in my life, I accepted jobs or money from sources that did not feed my purpose or my soul. So I chose to be in positions that I wasn't called to be in. And those positions didn't last very long because I was outside of my element. But when I decided to tap into what God had for me and go in that direction, it eliminated this dark period in my life where I couldn't figure out which direction to go in. And it's because I was trying to force myself to make money in spaces that were not serving me. So that's what it feels like. It feels like there's an opposition here between in the collective where you're trying to either make money or you're trying to manipulate things so that you can obtain a certain outcome and it's not working, or you're trying to work to manipulate things from coming together or solidifying, but you're outside of your element. And I've been there before. I had to learn new skills in order to step outside of my comfort zone in order for spirit to bless me and take me outside of this energy. And because of that, I learned how to fly and to be more successful within my element. That hawk cannot swim like the whale, and the whale cannot fly like the hawk. So if you find yourself in a position where you're trying to force yourself into a narrative, specifically in the way that you make money, check out the Scorpio reading as well as the Aquarius reading for additional insights into what is going on in the Sunshine Realms collective, so that you can at least try to do something different. Because this card says adventure. It's holding you back from growth. And it says dare to do things differently. Sing your wild song. Manifest your travel dreams, which also came out in the Aquarius reading with travel. Attempt the great journey with confidence. Be loyal. Friends and family are your treasures. Be brave. You are more powerful than you know. And what I get from this energy as terms of the medicine and the teaching is work with what you have in abundance rather than trying to prevent something from coming together or being resistant in something moving in a direction. Work with your own powers instead of trying to manipulate or master something that is outside of your element. And with the hawk messenger energy, it says, Spirit is sending you messages. Open your greater vision to see the signs. Focus on priorities and eliminate distractions. You have a bright future. Let yourself ascend to new heights, which means that allow yourself to grow rather than focusing on someone else's element or someone else's gift or a narrative that isn't working for you. Focus on what God has given you. Focus on the things that you have been given in abundance and put your energy there, because there's resistance in trying to master another element when it's not natural to you. That part. Let's get some solace for the collective, because I have the deep feeling that someone is struggling with looking at someone else's abundance and wanting it for themselves. So at the end of the day, if you've ever fallen on hard times, and God knows I have, if you turn inside, turn your efforts inside and grow from there, God will bless you in ways that you would have never imagined. But if you attempt to manipulate energy to make something your own when it's not yours, you will stumble, you will fall, you will fail, and you will have to get up again and again and again. And that's kind of the energy that came out in the Scorpio energy. So let's find some solace for our collective. Five of Pentacles. Yeah, baby. You will stumble and you will fall and you will lose. You might be losing resources attempting to manipulate energy. I don't recommend that because that is not of our highest selves. It's just not a part of the elevation that comes from above. So let me see if I have any additional medicine for the individuals in my collective that might be struggling with this right now. Yeah. Thank you, Spirit, because y'all are watching someone else succeed in something or make ground or make headway, and you might want this for yourself. And so I would invite you to ask Spirit how you can create something that's all for you, aligned for you, and allows you to elevate. How can you come together with Spirit to create something that's specifically for you, for your timeline, for your resources, for your gifts, for your household, for your bandwidth? You want something for yourself that might not be there, but you're missing blessings and really stunting your growth and suppressing your energy by desiring something for someone else. One card for our collective. My heart goes out to you because this retrograde period will have you thinking about either things from the past, things that haven't worked out, or things that you just don't have your hands on. Tap out of that and tap into your higher source energy, because Spirit is trying to bless you with something that is specifically for you. But if you keep your focus on, or your sights on something else, sort of like through the looking glass, cloaking yourself, trying to put your head down, acting as if you're not trying to um, force something to be something that's not for you. But pick your head up and see yourself the way God sees you, and learn how to cultivate something for yourself. That is the only medicine I can offer for you. Oh, amen. The Hierophant. God is asking you to do that. Spirit is asking you to do that. The Hierophant is when you come to a point in your life where you realize you've been seen. Whatever it is that your heart is struggling with, you've been seen. Bring it to his feet. Lay it to rest. Give it to him so that he can give you more, so that he can provide for you from a higher source of energy, instead of looking at what's on someone else's plate, because you don't know what they had to do or struggled in order to get there. Do you want to go through the same troubling times that they went through in order to get there? Because it seems like you're on the precipice of having to face some of the things that they had to face, because you're asking for something that might not be for you. But Spirit is saying, tell me what you need and I will provide. But you have to be able to elevate your spirit and set your intentions on something that's more elevated in order for you to do that. Um, if someone is struggling with wanting something that they don't have yet, ask God to give you something that's specifically for you, better than. Because if there's always enough and there's always more than enough, ask for what is for you and ask for something that is better. One of the affirmations that I can offer for you is, I already have it. So let's tap into what you already have so that you can shift your energy towards internal growth rather than looking externally in order to find the answers. It's always within. It's already there. You already have the abundance that you seek. So take your sights off of someone else's abundance and focus on you. So this is the cougar, which is the assertive energy. In silence, you find power. Claim your leadership role and take action. You know where to go and what to do. You have the courage and confidence to succeed. So if you're struggling with confidence or courage or bravery or whatever it takes to get into a space of light, look within, because you already have it. It's already yours, and Spirit wants to give it to you if you will set your sights away from others and onto yourself.